You fought your way through Newton? I would have suggested the stealthy approach, but I'm also deathly allergic to homicidal cultists.
The scientician surplus. No more than what you need. Smart researchers patronize the scientician surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically determined prices.
It is imperative that we recover the archive and resume its great purpose, solving the universal equation so we will inevitably achieve ascendancy.
Addendum. Since we recorded this episode, the thermal transfer system size increased from 4,367.89 kilometers to 4,367.91 kilometers. We are racked with regret for this error.
Stand by for further stimulating content. Thanks, now. Well, the seers among you already know.
Beginning fieldwork. Noisemaker located. Deactivation imminent.
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. You did sharpen my pencil, so I suppose sharpening yours is only fair. I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever Protectorate forces are on site to expect you. It's no guarantee, but at least they won't fire upon you on site. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make a copy of it. Before you hand it over to the Order, to be clear. Do we have an accord? You've no doubt heard the phrase, knowledge is power. Sub Rosa benefits from all the knowledge it can acquire. We do work well together, don't we? Return here when you have the data.
been noodling about the Vox, which is up and smashed to the westport.
I know. All that property damage. So sad.
Blood and bile are covered under our standard sanitation tax. All other bodily excretions may incur an additional surcharge.
I must ask you to hold still.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. Oh, I'm sorry. You must be my replacement, since you're so clearly qualified to do my job. I am not required to answer that.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. A kind, if naive offer. Unless you have thousands of bits to burn, any amount you could provide would be a drop in the tank at best. My services do not come cheaply.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. It would be inappropriate to hazard a guess on the exact percentage, but be assured I've reduced the margin of error significantly over the years. Spoken like a true fan of sepsis. However, you're not the one going under the knife, so I hardly see how it concerns you. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I can barely get the damn thing to produce antiseptic, so I sincerely doubt it. But if you've the training to work such a machine, you're welcome to try. Now, was there anything else? Some. Most still tout the all-healing nature of Protectorate medicine. But despite that, they're surprisingly amenable to accepting treatment.
They ain't grown up with the right to dissent. Probably wouldn't even occur to them to turn down poison if you told them to take it.
Good thing I don't prescribe poison then. Normally. In truth, I expected more resistance given the sudden transition. But I'm not one to complain of a headache I don't have.
See you when I see you.
Take this admonishment with all the professional affection a physician can legally administer. In future, you might consider moving away from bullets instead of into them.
But without my leg, how am I going to climb the ranks?
Literally, probably not very dexterously. Metaphorically, well, that depends on your own initiative, doesn't it?
Yeah, Doc. Is this really necessary? Kind of need my leg. You know, for getting around and such.
I don't have time to argue about this. I have other patients waiting. If you're disinclined to live, leave. Otherwise, we need to get you prepped for the procedure.
Say, how sore are my pockets gonna be after all this, Doc? Don't suppose there's a discount for only taking a portion of the leg?
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. Well then, she should have thought about that before getting shot.
This is a mighty big decision, Doc. Can I have a moment to noodle on it?
I don't encourage delays, but very well. It'll take a few minutes for me to warm up the saw anyway. Sweet merciful law, as if I haven't enough to contend with than some would-be resurrectionist coming around. What's next, a giant station falling out of the sky to crush us all? In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it. Oh, good lad. But he's mistaken. It's not more hands I need, but resources. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether. Neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else? Oh, certainly. Right after I see to all these other patients who arrived before you. Fine. Let's have a look. Briefly. Merciful law! That's a hideous wound! How are you not in excruciating pain right now? For someone of your tender constitution, it's honestly shocking you're still upright. I can apply some Antes-branded deep wound adhesive, but it's hardly cheap. All right. Well, let me know if you change your mind. I can't fix you up when you're dead.
Sorry, time is bits. Bits is time. Or are, that is.
I thought I smelled gunpowder and blood. Hello again. I'm still quite busy, so make this quick if you please. At the moment, yes, it's only medical, Doctor. We also have Dr. Tinsley, but let's just say she's in a different discipline altogether. I'm on my own then, more or less. In case it isn't apparent, I'm having what might be called a day. A whole platoon of soldiers decided to get themselves all shot up defending the forward operating base. And then there's Erickson. Something happened with a drone. I don't know. You'd be better off speaking with him about it. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt anything can be done to accelerate the timetable for treating these soldiers. I am a doctor, not a magician. I cannot manufacture coagulant from the aether, neither do I possess the special training to improvise with what supplies I have on hand. Now, was there anything else? My stimulants caught.
Not everyone's cut out for life in an anti-encampment. It's intense, but only 3 to attend, and we sleep in shit.
Soldier. Better now that you've thinned the herd of drones. Or would you call that a swarm? Either way, real shame about my performance review. I thought I was doing better. Not according to Carr, at least.
I must say, I have many reservations about this. The Protectorate has always provided for us. For what reason would we forsake such a stable and safe way of life?
Because, friend, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving. With Antes, you'll be thriving.
So your superiors order you to thrive?
No. It's just something you can do on your own. You'll have bosses and employers, but it's up to you to get yourself to the top and make yourself the employer.
I see. And why would I want to do such a thing? Surely my assigned place would provide me with all the necessities of life?
Yes. But you could have more necessities, and even some unnecessaries.
For what reason would I desire material possessions which are, by definition, it's not a totally baseless idea. That should totally be annihilated, just like all capitalist propaganda. Praise the matriarch!
fortune! Our technician manifests at last. Halt there. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you. What are they teaching you machinists these days? Some might label me mistrustful, but I wonder at your sudden assignment to this matter. Your tardiness, too, invites questions. It raises doubt you are even who you presume to be. Both the corporatists and those underhanded smugglers, sub rosa, have attempted to infiltrate our ranks before, embedding their own operatives. Not that they have ever been truly successful, of course. The Protectorate is mightily impregnable. Any true subject would easily spot a cuckoo in the nest. Not ordinarily, no, but we are at war. These are uncommon circumstances, and you have not given me sufficient reason to trust you. There is no mistaking the zeal and ardor in your voice. I will not apologize for my caution, though I will acknowledge I held amounts of it in overabundance. You may avail yourself of the satellite. Matriarch guide you in your work.
temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers.
People are gonna start to talk. No need to wait for permission. Ask them. I was assigned to the Order as a girl, but never really found my footing there. Too unfocused, they said. A distraction to others. Then the schism happened and everything went topsy-turvy. In all the chaos, an agent from Sub Rosa made contact. She made me an offer, and I liked how the math worked out. If I had to theorize, Sub Rosa must have seen me as their in to the Order. And through them, I saw an eventual way out. My left pinky feels a little tingly. All jesting aside, no. I learned it's best not to exceed a moderate amount of caring when it comes to the actions of others. You'll only be disappointed. People are gonna start to talk. Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wished to discuss?
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Not by a factor of thousands. You'll have to tell me about your scholastic experiences someday, colleague. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential Order personnel.
Ah, there you are. I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's Choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement. Very well. We are here to fashion the future after all, not litigate the past. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that? I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise. Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. But the right course often involves remaining open to new possibilities. I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this path than work exclusively with the Order? There will be no future option to reconsider. Then I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition, if the plan wills it. A true in-person meeting between myself and Auntie could never take place due to the security risks. But perhaps a remote conference could be a viable alternative. The odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does improve if you have greater standing within her corporation. Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. We can finesse the details of a conference then. My time is yours, for the moment. Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spirton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. Serious study does not preclude a sense of humor, though apparently being an Earth Directorate agent does. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. Thank you for that charitable assessment. My predecessor, Presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate. The compromise is made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life. It was not the only determining factor, but yes, it factored in. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
You know, I reckon half the corpses in here end up as Raptidon chow.
Yes? And?
I spent some time as a Raptidon training assistant. If I get my final severance pay in this war, or one of the Raptidons I trained eat me.
Boyd, stop! I don't want to listen to you jaw about this.
pay, but only work 12-hour days.
These laborers.
If you won't let us sleep or eat, you can't charge us for stimulants!
Going. I can see the overseer up in her office, and we're definitely making her miserable.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
Welcome, fellow disgruntled worker. Can't say I recognize you. You come from a different plant to support our cause? That spiteful little cur. She's up in her office imagining new ways to make us miserable. But you're gonna need to find a different way in. She's locked the doors to keep us out. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn overseer, I think she's getting rich off of breaking our backs. I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is barred from the inside, and I don't think there's another way in on the ground floor.
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time! If you won't let us sleep or eat, you can't charge us for stimulants!
Yeah.
all want to make demands, but no more being in bottles and cans! No more bottles on factory floor! Time for unlock best!
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the Overseer up at... If you're here to picket, we'd love to have you join our movement. Otherwise, I've got more important things to deal with. Well, shit! We ain't looking to catch any of that. You look likely to die. Hey, let this person through.
Nice one. Way to fast talk is rude. Make it like you're all pestilent and infectious. I mean, unless you're truly ill. You're not truly ill, are you?
With no rest and no downtime! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can judge!
avoid the strike. They should be after blood.
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells, have incited our workers to halt all work. They've taken to making demands and carrying on about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice, and if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences. Nevertheless, here we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work, and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? There's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer? Dumley? Dunbar. It's Dunbar. If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons. Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished. I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days!
Venting frustrations don't normally involve, an action.
Welcome back. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand? Well, be...
That's right, folks! Keep the chanting going! I can see the overseer. That's right, folks! Keep the chanting going! I can see the overseer up in her office, and we're definitely making her miserable!
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates! No more!
I'll admit, always... Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that'll have to change now. A real crying shame. Me? Rejoicing over a tyrant squabble? Never. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. The Council might be projecting strength, but by my reckon, Protectorate's more unstable now than ever before.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12 hours a day.
Whatever it is you're after, go looking for it somewhere else.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
Have a profitable day.
Working hard or hardly working?
Sorry. Time is bits. Bits is time. Or ours, that is.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for a drink at a time! We don't want to make demands, but no more being in bottles and cans! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulants!
Chanting going. I can see the...
Now that you've met our presiding bishop, what are your thoughts? I appreciate your subjective observation, dear, but in the presiding bishop's case, her best is objectively far from sufficient. May all...
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlock bathroom! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for a drink at a time! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
Who submitted the following audio recording?
I love Auntie. Yes, I do. Her hair looks
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for delays!
Welcome back. Auntie and I continue to have high hopes that you will come to shine under the spotlight of our illustrious gaze. So, are you ready to impress us? Well, be quick about it, damn you. Every hour that passes is profit I'm losing.
With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for Adrena time! We don't want to make demands, but no more being in bottles and cans!
Venting frustrations don't normally involve, you know, an actual vent.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook? Really shores up the foundation of your fundamentals. You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
You look unfortified. Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet?
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can charge us for stimulates! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can charge us for stimulates! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for adrenochrome! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for adrenochrome! No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors!
For nonsense.
If you won't let us, you can charge us for stimulates! Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in